This is what's going to solve your money problem. The thing that's going to help solve your money problems, and this is how you fix your money problems. It's management. Just flat out proper management. Management of your money. Not just of your money. Not just of your money, but management in general. And I'm going to explain this whole concept to you guys. Let me start out by saying this. Think about all the people you know. Just for 2 seconds, close your eyes, whatever, look at the star or look at the outside or something, and think about all of the people that you know. All of your family members, your friends, your cousins, your aunts, your best friends, and all your not so best friends, whatever. All the people that you know, right? For me, everyone I know who manages their money, typically they have money if they manage their money well. Everyone I know who manages their money really well, they have money. They may not make a whole lot of money. They may not make 6 figures, but they have money. The principle of management. Most of us know a little old lady who maybe we grew up with or around. Maybe this person is in our family, maybe not, who never made a whole lot of money. But for some reason, she always tended to have money, right? All the time, always had money. I wonder how she gets money. Management, and typically tend to have twice as much as what you make. That's management. If you manage things well, you tend to have them. On the flip side, right? Some people have twice as much as you, and they make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they never seem to have money, right? They just never see. And you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, you make all this money, but you don't have any money. What's going on here? That's mismanagement. If you manage your money well over the stretch of 5 to 10 years, you're usually going to be doing pretty well with money and not struggling with money. Now, don't get me wrong. We know there's always these outside things that you can't control. All right. I like to call them the non-controllables or the uncontrollables that you cannot control that affect your money, right? We know that. Inflation, layoffs, and whatever it may be. Could be things but these are things you cannot control that also affect your money as well, right? It doesn't matter as much as you think it matters how much you have or how much you actually earn income. Having money doesn't always necessarily have to do with how much income you make, but it always has to do with how you manage what you make. I propose to you on this video that if you manage your money and your life decisions better, you'll have more money. If you learn and understand and really dig into the principle of management, you'll have more money, no matter what your income is, no matter what your salary is. If you manage your money and manage your life and life decisions better, you'll have more money. You manage the controllables, right? The things that you can control. Most people have a management problem, a money management problem, a life management problem, a decision-making management problem, a time management problem. The common denominator is management. Money is not the biggest problem. It feels like the biggest problem. It seems like the biggest problem. One of the most searched things on YouTube is how to increase my income, how to make more money. That's one of the most searched items on Google, on YouTube. How do I make more money? Because people are seeking to make more money. People are seeking to increase their income. But I'm proposing to you that you're going to have more money even if you don't make more income. You're going to have more money if you manage what you already have better. Become an outstanding, incredible manager of what you have. It's not glamorous. It's not sexy. This is the basics, right? And when you do the basics of anything well, you're going to be amongst the best. If you want to be a great basketball player, right? You don't learn to dunk or do fancy behind the back passes. That's not basketball. That's dunking and doing fancy passes behind the back. That's not really basketball. Is shooting the ball well, dribbling well, pivoting well, changing speeds well, defending well, rebounding well. Those are the basics. And the people that do the basics better than most people, those are the people that are in the Hall of Fame. Any sport, name the sport, soccer, hockey, whatever it is. The people that do the basics, the foundation well, are the Hall of Famers. And so if you want to be a Hall of Famer of your money, do the basics well. And the basics is the management of your money, the management of your life, the management of your decisions that affect your money. This is going to sort of challenge your thinking just a little bit, guys, because everything starts here. If you can change how you think, you can change how you behave. And if you can change how you behave, you can change your outcomes with money. How can you be great with money? How can you fix your money problems? How can you be better with money? Well, you can be better with money by becoming a better manager over your money. Money is kind of like cars, right, guys? Money is kind of like cars. We see them every day. We drive them every day. We deal with them every day. We get in and out of them every day, but we don't know hardly anything about it. Before you start that side business, before you invest in real estate, before you try to go out and double your money, start to begin to manage your money and what you currently have better. I believe that our primary duty on this planet while we're here is management. Managing what we already have well. All the things that come to us and all the things that pass through our hands, in the end, it's the management. We come to this world with what? Nothing. I don't know anybody that came in the world and had a suitcase full of expensive stuff in their hands. Sure, everybody starts at different situations, right? I started at the bottom. Some people start at the top. Some start in the middle. Some start with two parents. Some start with one parent. Some start in foster care. Some started being adopted. Who knows? Everybody starts at a different place when you walk into the world, but you walk into the world with nothing. And then you leave this world with what? Nothing. You leave this world with nothing. You come here with nothing. So the key is that while you're here, the management of everything that passes through your hands and come into your possession is the biggest key, because you don't get to keep any of it. You leave this earth and you don't get to keep any of it personally. If you mismanage anything, you're going to lose it. Okay. Money is not an exception to this rule, this principle. If you mismanage something, you're going to lose it. If you mismanage your vehicle, your car, right? You don't take care of your car. Guess what? Your car goes down the tubes and you lose your car, right? If you mismanage the clothes on your back, you don't wash them properly, you don't take care of them, you get stuff out, whatever, you lose them. If you mismanage the apartment that you live in, you lose it. If you mismanage your health, if you mismanage your health, you lose your health. If you mismanage time, you lose time. And if you mismanage your money, guess what happens to your money? You lose it. Whatever you mismanage, it's gone. Say goodbye to it. It's a principle. I didn't make this principle up, guys. But when we understand this about how important management is, we start to take it a little more serious. We start to do things a little different. We start to look at things a little bit different in our life when we understand how important management is. And we begin to take management super duper serious. When you do that, you will change the way you handle your money. We change the way we handle our money when we focus on and be intentional about managing our money. I can make a video about how to manage your money and it'll get 2,000 views. But if I make a video about how to increase your income, it might get 500,000 views, because everybody is enamored with trying to make more money. Everybody is trying to dunk the ball, right? Everybody with their money, most of us are trying to dunk the basketball instead of trying to be the best shooter, or instead of trying to be the best passer, or instead of trying to be the best defender. The basics. We all want to learn how to dunk. Everybody with their money is trying to dunk the ball, and most people are not trying to do the fundamentals better. And the fundamentals is the management of your money. And when you understand that and you get very, very good at the management, all things will fall in place in terms of your money. It won't happen overnight. I guarantee you, it will not happen overnight for you. No, it's going to take some time. You develop new habits when you start to focus on your management of your money. You develop new habits, and those habits have to stick, right? The habit of discipline, right? The habit of being intentional, the habit of focus, the habit of budgeting once a month, the habit of whatever it may be. These habits begin to take form because you're managing your controllables better. I'm not talking about focusing on the things that you cannot control. I'm not talking about focusing on inflation. You can't do anything about inflation. So the only thing that worrying about inflation is going to do for you is make you worry, because you can't do anything about that. You cannot manage inflation. Your management is of the things that you have the power to control. That's what you want to manage when it comes to your money. And if you learn to do that well, you're going to fix your money problems over time. The first thing is not to go out and make more money, not to invest more money, not to buy the piece of real estate, not to go buy the Bitcoin, not to go invest in the gold and silver. The first thing is to manage what you already have well. That's the fundamentals. We can dunk the ball later. Dunking is good. Dunking is fun. We want you to be able to dunk the ball. But I first want to make sure that you can do the basics. If your problem with your money is solvable without more money, then it's not really a money problem. If you say to me that you don't make enough money on your job, let's say you're making $20 an hour and you say, I don't make enough money on my job. Looks like a money problem, right? Looks like I have a money problem. Right? I have a money problem. I'm not getting paid. I only get paid $20 an hour, $19 an hour, $15, whatever it is. I got a money problem. This is what people think. I have a money problem. I got to fix this money problem. Got to fix it. How do I fix my money problem? I'm only making $20 an hour. Then guess what? Let me go out and get another job. But if you don't make enough money on your job, we can solve that without money. We can solve that without additional money. How do we solve that? You can go out and you can get new skills, and then you can earn more money. So you can go out, do a certification program in whatever area, that you can go get a job making $30 an hour. We didn't solve it with more money. We solved it with more certification, more education. We solved it with more skills. If you say to me, I don't have enough money to save and invest money at the end of each month, after paying all my bills, I just don't have any money. And then we look at your expenses and we find that you spend $2,000 a month living in downtown Seattle, but we can solve that. You don't have enough money left over at the end of the month. We can solve that by maybe having you move to another place that's 20 minutes away and you only pay $1,500 a month. Now you just freed up $500. You also have like a credit card balance and student loans. Then that's not really a money problem. I know it feels like a money problem, but it could be a location problem. Maybe you move to a place that has a cheaper or less expensive mortgage or rent, whatever it may be, right? Could be a location problem. Could be you have all these student loans and credit cards. Could be a debt problem. It's not always just needing to add additional income. Sometimes some of our problems are not money problems. They're decision problems. They're decision-making problems. They're problems with our choices. It's easier to put it on the money than it is to look in the mirror and put it on us. It's way easier to put it on inflation. It's way simpler to put it on who's the president and who's not the president, or to put it on my local congressman, or to put it on whatever. It's easier to deflect that onto other people as opposed to looking at our management or lack thereof, right? What are problems that you have that you can solve without adding money to the equation, without increasing your income? The key to fix your money problems is more management of your money, more management of your decision making, more management of your life choices, more management of the things that you can control. I know people that make very little money, but they always seem to have a little money because what they do is they manage their money well. What usually looks like money problems are usually symptoms of a deeper, larger problem that typically have nothing to do with money. 60% of Americans don't do a budget every month. 60% of Americans don't take account for what's coming in and what's going out of their money every single month. They don't do a budget. It's easy to feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck, even when you make six figures, when you don't do a budget, when you don't control the controllables. If you don't do a budget, everybody's sitting here watching me. I don't care how many thousands of people watch this video. Everybody can do a budget. If you don't do a budget, how can I put you on the court? Because you can't even pass the ball to a teammate. If you're not even doing a budget, you don't even know what you got. You don't even know what you got every month coming in. You don't know what you got every month going out, exactly what you got it going out. You're not doing the fundamentals. You're not executing on the basics of money if you don't at least do a budget first. That's the controllables. You can control that. You manage the controllables and you prepare for the uncontrollables. You prepare for inflation. You prepare for who you think the president is and what type of laws and legislation. You prepare for taxes. You prepare for things that go wrong that you didn't expect by creating an emergency fund, right? That's the basics. Manage what you can control. Stop worrying about the uncontrollables, but prepare for the uncontrollables. When you worry about the things you cannot control, that's when you have stress. That's when you have anxiety over your money. That's when you have depression. That's when you have anger. That's when you have these emotions that strike up that don't serve you well, because money is not emotional. Money is logical. It's not emotion. You got to remove the emotion from your money. Prepare for the uncontrollables by having an emergency fund, by having not just money in the stock market, but your money diversified in the stock market. Not just your money only diversified in the stock market, but perhaps you also have some real estate. You prepare for the things that you cannot control. That's being a good manager over your money, your discipline, your habits, your budget, your skill set, your certification, your resume, your debt, right? All those things, your health insurance, your health. And then here's the kicker. Stop worrying about what other people have. That's an uncontrollable. What other people have, what the vacation everybody goes on or somebody went on, the new car they got, the clothes on their back. And I'm talking about when you're watching social media and when you're digging in and caring too much about what celebrities have and what friends have and what friends are doing with their money. Those are all uncontrollables. And what do they cause? Anxiety, stress, worry, right? Envy, right? They cause these type of things because you're worried about what other people have. Manage what you have. Manage you and your stuff and your life and your expenses and your decisions and your choices and your income. That's what you manage. Those are the controllables. We all have problems. We all have a past and we all have issues. Listen, doesn't matter where you start, right? We know that racism exists, sexism exists, ageism, all those isms exist. We know that. But what happens with your money is up to you. Wherever you are with your money, you got to start where you are and use whatever opportunities are available to you, because what's available to you, maybe it may not be available to the next person. But if you get this one concept, it will go a long, long way towards solving your money problems. It's not going to be overnight, but it will be over time. It'll take some time and it'll take a whole bunch of effort on your part, but it's possible. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be simple. It's not some magic formula. It's not something that everyone can honestly do, to be honest with you. Probably there's some people out there that probably can't do this, right? But I think that there's most of us, the vast majority of us, can do it. As I always say, I appreciate you being here. The best person who's going to take care of the old you is the young you. Guys, take care of yourself and always take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.